Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome to episode 137 of the FAB and Fearless Business Booster Shot Show. My name is Yinka. I am a business strategist, a speaker, a coach, an incoming author, and I support women to create wealth in and through their businesses by helping them to focus on what matters most for the business, which is cash flow and strategy, and what matters most for the business owner, which is mindset and habits. It is my pleasure and privilege to welcome you to this 137th episode of the Business Booster Shot Show, where each week at 1:30 p.m. UK time on a Wednesday, I come to you with a short, sharp shot to boost both you and your business with one powerful truth and one actionable tip. I want to apologize for the slightly late start, and I want to shout out all the parents who are doing work from home meets half term this week. That is definitely the situation I find myself in today, and it is very much an interesting scenario. So what I'm going to do now is just check that I am indeed live over on my LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube platforms. Before I share more on today's topic, which is 1C to rule them all. If you can see and hear me, please feel free, jump into the chat. Let me know that you can hear me live on any of those platforms, just so we know that the tech is doing what we expect it to do and we can rock and roll. Hello, fabulous Jackie Raymond. Thank you, awesome lady. It is never, ever lost on me, your support for me in this particular venture, knowing my general challenges with the video, but I really appreciate you coming in and letting me know that we are live across all platforms. Thank you so much, Jackie. I appreciate you. So tell me how you're doing, awesome lady, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being, oh my gosh, Yinka, things could not be any worse. 10 is Yinka, things are fabulous. Things could not be any better. Let me know on a scale of 1 to 10 how you are doing. Tag a friend. Who needs to hear about the 1C to rule them all today? Who do you know that creates incredible impact in the world? And we want to ensure that the income is there to boot and to match. Hello, fabulous Joan Thomas. It is lovely to see you. Hi, Jeanette. Lovely to have you. Thank you, ladies, for joining me over on LinkedIn. I appreciate you. So please feel free, let me know on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you doing today? I am coming in. Yeah, I'm strong today, not going to lie. I probably am about a 9 today. I love that Joan is a 7. Thank you for sharing that. I am going to take a moment to shout at my children so they can stop banging on. I don't know if you can hear that actually. Let me know if you can hear background noise. I am doing my very best to fill the sound so that we are not hearing the superfluous noises of half term at Casa Yinka. Hi, Abimbola, lovely to have you here. Thank you so much for joining me. So ladies, before we get started today, tag a friend or hit the reshare button. Let whatever platform you are watching me on know exactly how exciting it is to be joining today from the platform of your choice, and let them know that there is something of a little party that is about to ensue. Because while I spend my time and focus talking about focusing on cash and cash flow, there is 1C to rule them all. There is 1C to rule them all. I am so glad that you cannot hear the background noise, lady. Thank you for letting me know. You have saved a child. I'm not even going to lie to you. You've saved a kid. So I am, not going to go and pull a face and say a thing. I will leave the children to do what they're doing. There is 1C to rule them all, though, ladies and gents, and it is not your cash flow. Your cash flow is an output. Your cash flow is a result. And therefore, the beautiful thing about that being true is that you never have a cash flow or a cash problem. You have a something else problem, and the result of that problem is the results you are seeing in your cash. So I hope that particular concept, that you grab that immediately. It is so powerful, and it is really, really transformative when we really get to grips with what is going on. Because it's easy for us, to pick up our phones and to have a look at our bank accounts and to have, feelings and insights and all the feels about what we believe is or isn't happening or is or isn't going on in our bank accounts. And yet what happens in our bank accounts is a result. It is an outcome. It is the end of a process. And that's the thing. Cash and cash flow is a process. Someone drop that in the chat for me, just so anybody who is coming up and watching us on replay, I haven't seen anybody tagging their friend. You could be tagging your friend and the tech may well have stopped working. And so I will definitely just double check that you are indeed, sharing this with others. The fact is we get really caught up about what's going on with our cash and what's going, as though cash is the thing. Cash is not the thing that is the issue. Cash is the result of the issue. And the sooner we recognize and understand that, the sooner everything gets to shift. Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate you. And I know that the tech is still working. Cash and cash flow comes at the end of a process. Cash and cash flow are outcomes. They are outputs. And for every output, there is an input. For every outcome, there is a process. For every result or effect, there is a cause. And so the topic we are focusing on today is the 1 C to rule them all. Obviously, cash begins with a C, cash flow begins with a C. And so people often think, they have a really clear understanding of what it takes to bring what that C is, that is the overarching, that is the king, or in this case, queen metric that rules them all. And so I want to really encourage you today, because it's very easy to say, I want to fix the cash flow. I want to create more cash in my world. I want more things happening in my life. And, I want to solve the result. You don't solve the result. You solve the input. You solve the process. You solve the thing that comes before. You solve the issue. You change the outcome. And so I'm gonna, I came here to tell you about 1 C, but before I tell you about the C, I want to know what you think the C is. What do you think that 1 C to rule them all absolutely is? It is by far the most important C, not just in relation to cash, in relation to any result, in relation to any outcome you choose to set your mind to. There is 1 C that rules all other C's. Come into the chat, ladies and gents. Let's play a little game. What is that 1 C that makes the difference beyond any other? I cannot wait to see the guesses. Drop me that C. Jackie says consistency. Thank you so much, Jackie. I appreciate you. And you know how I feel about consistency. It is incredibly important. Consistency is absolutely the mother of all fabulous things. It is not the C that rules them all. However, it is a C that comes a close second. Thank you for sharing your guess, Jackie. I appreciate you. What else? What other C's spring to mind? What is it that you are going to need above any other thing to create the results that you want? Hi, Carissa. Lovely to see you. Carissa says confidence. Jeanette says creativity, perhaps. I love these guesses. Keep them coming. Creativity, consistency, confidence. Brilliant C's. Confidence is incredibly helpful. Make no mistake. Hey, John Graham. Oh my gosh, I am so excited to have you in the audience today. Curiosity rocks. Ladies and gents, if you do not know my friend John Graham Jr., go check out his profile over on LinkedIn. Go get his book. His book is wild. It is incredible. It rocked my world when I had the opportunity to read it. And I'm so excited to have you in the audience with me today, John. Curiosity is so incredibly powerful, and I appreciate you sharing that. It is not the C that we are here to talk about today. Jeanette has said clarity of mind. Clarity is so powerful, and yet it's not the one. the one C that rules them all. And I really celebrate both Dr. Catherine Corrigan and Joan Thomas because they have dropped it in the chat for us today. The one C that rules every other input, every other effort that you create, even beyond competence, Abimbola, is commitment. Commitment, commitment, commitment. Everyone, write it wherever you need to see it. Commitment is the one C changes everything else. And let me tell you why. The reason why commitment is so important, first of all, is because of how we are defining commitment. The definition that I am dropping today of commitment, and again, of course, we can go into the dictionary. I'm not dropping you a dictionary definition. I'm dropping you a personal development, Yinka's coach snatched her edges definition. Because I was complaining to my coach about something that was happening in my business. And he said to me, Yinka, you're just not committed. And I looked at him, and honestly, I'm really glad that looks don't kill, because I'm not the going to jail kind, and I wouldn't last very long. But the thing is, if looks could kill, that one would have got him for sure. I was so incensed. I was like, how dare you? Of course I'm committed. Why would I be here if I wasn't committed? And he was like, committed. And I'm like, okay, giving me the rage. I don't want the rage. Let's find out. And he said, you know what? Let me explain to you. What you are right now is interested. And I said, what do you mean? Why is this man saying these things? And he said, let me tell you the difference. If you are interested, you will do what is convenient. But if you are committed, you will do whatever it takes. And I was like, oh, okay. And I love that Stefan has gone to the dictionary to remind us that commitment is a noun, and it means in the dictionary the state or quality of being dedicated to the cause, activity, or goal. And Jeanette has done exactly the same thing. Thank you so much for dropping these official dictionary definitions for us. So, so helpful, and I really appreciate it. But let me break down that definition I just gave you. Because ultimately, what often gets in the way of the things that we want is convenience. We will do what is convenient till the cows come home. We are always so excited. Oh my gosh, I want change, until it gets inconvenient. Yes, I'm looking at you. Yes, I'm talking to you. I am talking to me too. Because we want change and we're ready to do the things. And we are absolutely, yes, we're 100% sold out until it becomes inconvenient. This is the reason why on the 1st of January, the gyms are full and you can't get on any machines. You can barely get through the door. And by January the 10th, it's all gone quiet again. Why? Because somewhere around between January the 3rd and 6th, something gets inconvenient. And commitment that cannot stand in the face of inconvenience is not commitment. It is interest. It may even be a very high level of interest. But what it isn't is commitment. Because when you are committed, you will do whatever it takes. So when we look back at the other brilliant C guesses that we got earlier in the show, this means that when you are committed, you absolutely express that inconsistency. You will be consistent, because even when it is inconvenient, your commitment will cause you to stay consistent. Your commitment helps you to get creative, because if you, like the kids who go on the bear hunt, can't get over it, you will try under. If under doesn't work, you will try the left side. If the left isn't working, you will go right. But what you won't do is stop, because you are committed to the goal. Absolutely, commitment helps with that confidence. Because quite frankly, even if you commit and you're not confident, you will decide to continue to do the things to get confident. Because as I often say, confidence is a result and a byproduct of competence. You get good at things and that builds confidence. What we're often doing is waiting for the other way around. Oh, I feel confident now. Okay, cool. Let me get going. No, or that's the wrong way around. But when you're committed, it doesn't matter if you feel confident because you know the confidence will come and you will not let confidence stop you. Curiosity, I loved that, John. Thank you so much for that guess. When you're committed, you will stay curious. You will continue to ask yourself, can I do this faster? Can I do this differently? What are the other ways I can get to where I'm going or where I need to go? Because what I'm not going to do is not get there. When we look at the other guesses that we receive, that clarity of mind, I love that from Jeanette. Yes, the brain loves clarity. It's one of its most powerful tools, and commitment will cause you to keep going until you are clear. But it will not allow a lack of clarity to stop you. You will fight for the clarity you need to move as fast as you want to go. Competence, again, Abimbola, thank you so much for your guess as well. Because your commitment will help you to know that whether I am competent or not, I am committed to my goal, and therefore I know that I can and will learn along the way. Commitment says, I will do what it takes for as long as it takes. There is something so powerful. It is one of the most powerful forces on earth. It changes everything. It creates outstanding results. Because it says, I will do what it takes for as long as it takes. It does not wait for us to turn around and have all the things that we need, make it all pretty and clever. Not at all. Commitment is the one thing that stands between us and anything that we want. Commitment will always bridge the gap. Those of you who are not new to my spaces may have heard me say this before, but success only takes two things: resources and resourcefulness. And whatever resources you have, your resourcefulness will bridge the gap between where your resources end and where your results lie. But how? Through the glue, through the anchoring of commitment. Ladies and gents, drop in the chat. Let me know that you are picking up what I'm putting down, because we often tell ourselves stories about why we can't have what we want. I was speaking to a client a few days ago, and this incredible woman runs a business, has children. You know, she is navigating so many different things. And the common ideas around the challenges around time and energy came up over and over again. We talk about it all the time. Yes, we are tired. Yes, we are busy. And so we were talking about, I think it was waking up early, and she was like, oh, no, I can't do that. Oh, and I was like, what? Wait, hold on a second. You are about to go on holiday. You're about to go on holiday somewhere really beautiful. And your flight is going from some backyard nether region airport. And in order to get your flight on time, you are going to have to wake up at what can only be described as stupid o'clock. Stupid o'clock is the time you're going to have to get up to go to the airport. And I can guarantee you are not missing that flight. You are not, I can guarantee you will be early for that flight. So all of a sudden, this is no longer I cannot. This is now I don't want to. I don't want to. Because whatever it is that we want, desire is one of the most powerful forces in the world. And our commitment and our desire are aligned every time. If you want to see what it is you really want, see what you've committed to. See what you've committed to. Because it's one thing to say, I want something. Your commitment will tell you. Your commitment will tell you what you actually want. The one powerful truth I want to remind you of today, ladies and gents, And again, this was another snatched edge moment from one of my coaches, is to remind you that the evidence of your desire is your discipline. The evidence of your desire is your discipline. I speak to women every day who tell me they want to sort out their cash flow. They want more money in the bank. They want cash coming in more consistently. They tell me what they desire. And then in the same breath, they will then demonstrate to me through their discipline that what they actually want is comfort and ease. Now, I have no qualms. I also want comfort and ease. I don't know anyone who wants discomfort or like unease. Everybody wants comfort and ease. So it isn't, the problem isn't wanting comfort and ease. It's okay to want what you want. What isn't okay is to think you can want what you want and that doesn't align with what you're saying you want. Because there comes a time when you are going to need to do what it is required to get the results that you want. And the truth of the matter is that if you say you want something and you are not willing to do what it takes to get the thing you said you want, that's not really what you want. Them's the facts. I don't make the rules, I just play the game. You don't really want what you say you want. Now, I don't know why, and there may be other things going on about why that is. But if you really want the things that you want, then your commitment will align to your creation of those outcomes. And so the actionable tip that I offer you today, because for many years, this used to upset me. I'd be like, you said you wanted the results. This is how to get the results. And now you're doing a left and a right and bobbing and weaving and doing other things. And then I was like, no. Maybe there is a gap in this knowledge. The evidence of your desire is your discipline. And if you hear that and you think to yourself, oh, well, I'm not really a disciplined person, I want to offer you a reframe because everybody is disciplined. The question is, what are you disciplined to? Everyone is committed. What are you committed to? Everyone is consistent. If you don't believe that everyone is consistent, if you don't believe that you are consistent, put your hand over your chest and feel the beat of the heart that has beat every day since the day you got here, even before that started beating before you even arrived. So you are consistent and you are disciplined and you're committed. But what to? What are you committed to? What are you disciplined to? Because if it isn't to the things you're saying, you're not lying to me, you're lying to yourself. And that lie to yourself is going to cost you. Now, you're grown. And so if that's what you want, I respect that. I have no qualms about that, but I wouldn't want you to be blind to that and for me to have this knowledge and not share it, which is the reason why I am streaming across 4 platforms right now for free. This video will stay here everywhere except Facebook because they're starting to delete them. But these videos are freely available like ad infinitum, at least for the foreseeable future. There's no paywall here. You do not have to have an account of any nature to hear this message coming out live and direct to you today, because I don't want you to miss it. And I don't want money to be a barrier to you understanding this. You do not have a cash issue. You have a commitment one. You do not have a cash issue. You do not have an outcome issue. You have a desire one. Consistency is not an issue. Commitment is the issue. Courage isn't the issue. Commitment is the issue. Nothing stands up in the face of commitment. And so, your one actionable tip today is to go have a come to Jesus or whoever your chosen person is moment with yourself to find out what exactly are you committed to? Are you committed to the things that you say you're committed to? And if you want to know how you would know, have a look at what you're doing. Have a look at how you have spent your last 24 hours. If you were to watch the movie of your life, what would it tell you that you were committed to? In this specific moment, I'm committed to my mission to spreading good quality information about cash flow, about business and personal development, which is why I am live streaming, even though video is not my vibe. But I'm committed to the goal, so I show up anyway. And if you were watching the movie of my life, you might be thinking, she doesn't look like she doesn't enjoy video. Yeah, that's the commitment. I practice, I show up, I take notes, I get better. I continue to do the things in line with my stated commitment because I want to be a person of my word. I want to continue to serve my audience. I want to continue to see men and women win in business and in life by creating wealth in and through their businesses. So if we were watching your life, what would it tell us about your commitments? Because it wouldn't be in the things that you said, it would be in the things that we saw you doing. So what are you doing? What you do is showing exactly what you're committed to. And so if what you are doing doesn't match the stated commitment, things need to shift. And specifically, if you have told yourself 2025 is my year, I want to make more money. I want to make more money consistently. I want to have consistent cash flow. And that is not seen in your actions, then no, that isn't really what you want. And if that triggers you, then slide into my DMs and let's talk. Because as well, you know, this is what I do. This is my area of expertise. This is what I help women to do. But more importantly, there is no that incongruence between what you're saying and what you're doing. It will grate on you. There will be friction. There will be friction. You do not want that friction. The energy loss, the confidence loss, the loss of the integrity of you looking yourself in the mirror and knowing once again that you said a thing and didn't do a thing. You don't want that. So if cash is on your radar for getting that sorted and improved this year, then yes, slide in to my DMs. The word you are looking for today is commitment. Drop me the word commitment, all caps, lower, however you want to say it. And let's talk and let's find out if we can, if what I do can support you. Stefan, thank you so much for your question here. Why are you committed to that, Yinka? The very short story of that particular answer to the question is this is what I'm here to do. This is my, as I believe it to be, divine assignment. So this is one of the ways I've chosen to express that because we live in an age where video supports messaging in a very powerful three-dimensional way. So, ladies and gents, the one C to rule them all is your commitment. Commitment and being committed means doing what it takes, as opposed to being interested, which means doing what is convenient. Your one powerful truth today is that the evidence of your desire is your discipline. And your one actionable tip for today is for you to have a look at how you are spending your time, what you've actually been doing, and what it has to tell you about what you are truly committed to. Because the answer to that question doesn't lie in the things that you say, it lies in the things that you are doing. So that is everything that I wanted to share with you today, ladies and gents. Thank you so, so much for joining me. I really appreciate you giving me some of your time, and I'm grateful to you that you have spent it with me today. Please come into the chat, share your biggest takeaway. Now you've heard the message, feel free. If you can think of someone that would really benefit from hearing this message, it is freely available. Please tag them in the comments below wherever you are seeing my face and hearing the sound of my voice, and give them the opportunity to listen to this message. Those of you who are already in my spaces and working with me, come into that chat. Let's talk. If you can see if there's any disparity between what you're saying and doing. If we are not already working together, but you would like to find out more, like I said, the word that you want to drop either below this where you're seeing me speak or in my DMs is the word commitment. And I want to thank you for giving me your time today. I look forward to seeing you in the spaces. Take care. Have a good one. I will see you same time next week, 1:30 p.m. UK time on a Wednesday. Take care. Have a good